My top 10 favorite vegan sources of protein as a vegan bodybuilder. These are relatively low in fat and low in carbs, and they are great to work into your meal prep if you want to build muscle and shred fat as a vegan. So number 10 is going to be Lupini Beans. I actually buy this at Whole Foods, but you can also order them on Amazon. They taste great. I put them on top of my salads. I've also seen people blend them and grind them up and make seitan with them. You're also getting fiber with this protein source. The reason that I rank it number 10 is because it's almost equal in carbohydrates to protein. For 30 grams of Lupini beans, you have 4 grams of protein and 3 grams of carbs. They're almost equal, so not a great low carb source. This is more one of your whole food vegan protein sources. It's not really a lean vegan protein source, but they are delicious and they're a really good go-to snack if you need something, and it's just a good way to add more protein into your day. Number 9 is going to be Plant Basics chunks. They also come in bits like a ground beef. You can buy them in different shapes and sizes for whatever dish you're making. They have a chicken noodle soup that they made and they have the recipe on the back. I have yet to make it, but it sounds amazing. This is a great option. It's only one ingredient. It's defatted soybeans, so it's minimally processed. I know I'm gonna get a bunch of shit on this video for having processed foods, but this really is not a processed food. You can't compare this to a Pop-Tart. It's literally one ingredient, just dehydrated. For a third of a cup, it's 80 calories and 14 grams of protein, 9 grams of carbs, and 1 gram of fat. So that's the only reason it ranked in at number 9, because it is a little bit higher in carbohydrates, so it's not as lean of a vegan protein source, but it is a protein source. You can flavor it however you like. I'll make this with a little taco seasoning packet, some hibachi sauce, teriyaki hot sauce. You can do whatever you want with it. Make it in the microwave, on the stove top. So there's a lot of diversity there, and the shelf life is like endless. You can keep this in your pantry forever. It never goes bad. This is a really good staple of mine. I always have this on hand, and you can buy it off Amazon. It gets shipped right to your door. Okay, coming in at number 8 is Butler curl. I love Butler curls because there's so much that you can do with them. They're super diverse. You can pretty much flavor them however you like. For 3/4 of a cup dry, it's 120 calories, 5 grams of fat, a little bit higher in fat, 8 grams of carbs, and 11 grams of protein. This comes in a little bit higher on my list because the macros aren't great, but they taste so good. So they rank a little bit better than the other one because I just love these, and they cook really well. They're easy to make. Basically same concept. They come dehydrated, just rehydrate them, cook them in the skillet, in the Instant Pot, you slow cooker style, like whatever you want. Very easy to make. Highly recommend this if you are a new vegan. Sometimes I even eat them like chips with like guacamole or something because it's just a better alternative than tortilla chips. And I just order these off Amazon. Minimally processed. They are only one ingredient, and that's whole non-GMO soybeans. Coming in at number 7 is Tempeh. I know a lot of people don't like tempeh. It does have a nutty kind of flavor that is a little bit overpowering no matter what you put on it, but I love this stuff. This particular brand, Light Life, if you get the crumbles, it's actually seasoned with onion powder, garlic, black pepper, salt, so it does taste a little bit better. I usually put this one on salad. On the package, they have it in like some lettuce wraps, which looks pretty good. But I love tempeh because it is fermented. It actually is really helpful for your gut microbiome. It has a lot of health benefits and nutritional benefits. That is the great thing about tempeh. It does have more protein than tofu, and it also has more fiber. Very minimally processed. People have been eating tempeh in Indonesia for centuries. This is an awesome protein to work into your diet. If you're new to tempeh, I would recommend looking up a marinade. It's a lot better if you let it marinate for 24 hours and then prepare it. So it's definitely an acquired taste, so I'll just warn you. But another really good vegan protein source. Number 6, Plant Boss. This is great if you are soy-free and gluten-free because this is made from pea protein. They have a couple different flavors. This is the all-purpose, but they also have a taco, Southwest, I believe they have Italian. This stuff is great, and it's kind of the same concept. It comes dehydrated, and then you just rehydrate it with water. I usually make it in the skillet. It's great for like tacos, for salads. Usually I use it on a salad, or I'll use it on like my savory oat. It's also good with rice. You can't go wrong with this stuff. That is like the perfect pairing, is this with the taco cream of rice. For a third of a cup dry, It is 90 calories, only 1.5 grams of fat, 4 grams of carbs, and 15 grams of protein. Usually I'll do 2 servings of this, which is half the container, and that's gonna be 30 grams of protein. So the macros on this are awesome and very minimally processed, basically dehydrating peas. All of the ingredients are organic. I just buy this in bulk on Amazon, but I have seen it at Whole Foods and Sprouts. So if you have any of those local to you, you could give it a try before you order it. My number 5 is honestly gonna be tofu. The macros actually aren't as impressive as some of the other proteins I've mentioned prior. But the thing with tofu is it is so diverse. Like, you can make so many things with it. Sauces, sriracha mayo. I usually make my seitan with a little bit of tofu in it. You can make dessert. I've made cheesecake with tofu. There's just so many things you could do with tofu. So it was hard for me to not have it at least in the top 5. For 3 ounces, it's gonna be 1.5 grams of fat and 1 gram of carb and 7 grams of protein. Tofu is gonna be a little bit higher in fat. A lot of times I'll have people message me and, oh, I'm vegan, I'm hitting my protein, but I'm going way over my fat. If you're eating tofu for all of your protein sources, that's probably why. That is the deal with tofu, is it's a little bit higher in fat. A great protein source for vegans. It's so diverse. I still incorporate tofu if I'm in a prep. My calories are really low and my fats are really low. I probably don't have tofu at all. But it is a really good protein source and I definitely recommend it. Coming in at number 4 is protein powder. It's just so diverse. You can do so many things with protein powder, and it's low calorie, high protein. So this is my favorite brand of vegan protein. This is actually their new flavor, the frosted cinnamon roll. So good. So I make cookies with this. I put this in my oats, in cream of rice. I make muffins, mousse, protein ice cream with it. Possibilities are endless. If you have a sweet tooth like me, that's the hardest part for me about being in a calorie deficit and being prep, is missing my sugar, and my protein powder always gives me that fix, no matter what it is that I'm making. So I love Vedge Nutrition because it's all organic and it is third-party tested. You want to make sure that your protein powders are third-party tested, because there was a law passed in the 90s that let supplement companies self-govern themselves. So anything could be in the protein powder and they don't have to put it on the label. It could be on the label but not in the protein powder. So by third-party testing, those companies are ensuring that what's on the label is what's in the bag, and what's going in your body. You should care about this stuff. There's been heavy metals that have been found in protein powders, so make sure that your protein powder is third-party tested. And I would highly recommend Vedge Nutrition. They also have a chocolate peanut butter, they have a vanilla, they have a chocolate, and they are working on some new, fun, exciting flavors. And of course, vegan, non-GMO. Absolutely love this brand. The macros on this for 1 scoop, it is 2 grams of fat, 3 grams of carbs, and 25 grams of protein. Love Vedge Nutrition. If you want to check out Vedge, you can use my code for a discount. It should get you 20% off, and that would be Miss Meatless, MS Meatless. Coming in at number 3 is my Say Grace protein. I have a huge bucket of this stuff because I eat it so much. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about here. I also have a bag of the nuggets. I don't eat the nuggets quite as much, but I eat the bits a lot. This is soy-based, but the isoflavones have been removed. This is an awesome company, and they also donate to children in need. You know me, I love a good cause. For 28 grams, you're getting 80 calories, 0 fat, 6 grams of carbs, 19 grams of protein. I usually do 2 servings of this whenever I eat it, rehydrate it, and then you can make it in the skillet. I know some of my clients, they actually boil it and they really like it that way. They also have some tenders, they also have strips. Typically, I just eat this in my savory oats, but you could do tons of stuff with this. You could put it in pasta, salads, rice, taco cream of rice. So there's so many different things that you could do with this. And the nuggets, I just eat them like nuggets. I put buffalo sauce on it, some sugar-free barbecue, and it's so good that way. I'll be sharing the recipe for that soon. I love this brand. They did give me an affiliate code. If you do want to try these, highly recommend Say Grace. My code is Miss Meatless, MS Meatless. So give it a try. This is a great protein source. Shelf life, it's like years and years. You can keep this in your pantry forever. Number 2 for me, Vital Wheat Gluten. I love my Vital Wheat Gluten. I don't know what I would do without this stuff. Why it's not number 1 is because I know a lot of people are gluten-free and gluten intolerant. But if you do not have celiac disease, you do not need to worry about gluten. I buy the organic, non-GMO, vegan, natural, vital wheat gluten. I make bagels with this, bread, muffins, cookies, seitan. It's so diverse, and that's part of why it scored so high. Also because the amino acid profile is awesome. Seitan actually has more L-leucine per 100 grams than any other food, which is a really important amino acid for building muscle. So I eat seitan every single day for that reason. We need about 4 grams of L-leucine per day to build muscle. You've got 2 grams of fat for 1/4 of a cup, 2 grams of carbs, and 25 grams of protein. So you can't really beat those macros. Those macros are awesome. Shelf life is crazy on this. You don't need to refrigerate it. It will last in your pantry forever unless you live with me, and then it'll probably last a week. I know they sell this in Sprouts. I think they sell it in Ingles, probably Whole Foods, but I just order on Amazon because it's really cheap that way, and then I can buy it in bulk. Grand finale, number 1, Big Mountain Foods soy-free tofu. For 1/4 of the package, 70 calories, 0 grams of fat, 0 grams of carbs, and 16 grams of protein. The ingredients: fava beans, water, and sea salt. If you are gluten-free, if you are soy-free, you can eat this. And this is a ton of protein. I eat this every single day. Sometimes I'll do it with eggplant and make it with Japanese barbecue sauce, sweet Thai chili sauce, an Asian style. I've also made tofu scrambles with this. So good with a little bit of turmeric, salt, and pepper, and nutritional yeast. Right now, my main thing with this is I marinate it in Italian sauce that I home make. I put it on a salad with quinoa, olives, peppers, and oh my gosh, it is like feta cheese almost. It's delicious. It's just like tofu, the texture, it doesn't have really a taste. You can really make it however you want. Unfortunately, I don't think you can order it online. I think it's only available in stores. I know I bought it at Publix and Sprouts, but there may be some other stores that carry it as well. I love this company because it's woman owned. They do use regenerative farming practices. It is a sustainable way of producing fava beans. I highly recommend trying this. This is an awesome vegan protein source, and whether you're soy-free or gluten-free, you can incorporate this into your diet. It is kind of expensive. If you go out, you're gonna spend $20 on a meal. I easily make 2 meals out of this. It's a great protein source, highly recommend. Next time someone asks you, where do you get your protein? Make sure that you send them this video. If you would like to see more stuff like this, make sure to subscribe because I'm gonna be posting recipes with all of these different protein sources, how to get in the best shape of your life as a vegan and still hit your protein goals. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. Thank you guys for supporting me, and I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time.